Hi everyone, myself Linga Reddy. In this session, we will discuss colligative properties. So we have four colligative properties: RLVP, lowering of vapor pressure, and elevation of boiling point, depression in freezing point, and osmotic pressure. Let me explain what is a colligative property. The property of dilute solutions. Very clear. The property of dilute solutions. Which depends on the number of solid particles. I hope it is clear. The property of dilute solution depends on the number of solid particles, right? It's called colligative properties, right? This is the point number one. The point number two here, the colligative properties inversely proportional to molecular mass, right? Gram molecular weight of solid, right? The colligative property does not depends on the molecular weight. It depends on only number of solid particles. Very important point, number of solid particles. Number of solid particles is more, the colligative property is more. Right, let me explain what are the colligative properties. The first one here, we have four colligative properties. The first one here, relative lowering of vapor pressure. Lowering of vapor pressure. This is also we can called RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure. The second one here, elevation of boiling point. Next, this is also indicated delta TB. And third one here, depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point. This is indicate delta TF, right? The fourth one is osmotic pressure. This is indicated pi. Let me explain first one, relative lowering of vapor pressure. The first one here, RLVP, relative lowering of VP, vapor pressure, or LVP. The point number one here, relative lowering of vapor pressure measured by RLVP measured by the Ostwald dynamic method. Right. The point number two here, relative lowering of vapor pressure due to the RLVP happening due to addition of non-volatile solute. Very clear, this is point. Addition of non-volatile solute. I hope it is clear. We are already discussing vapor pressure. This is a solvent vapor pressure. This is solvent. It is closed container. This is having some vapors. This is more vapors is there because of this is solvent. The solvent is volatile nature, right? So more vapor pressure is there. Whenever we add the solute, so it become a, what happened here, the vapor pressure is decreases. The vapor pressure is, this is a mixture of solution, this is a solution. So solution, the vapor pressure is very less as compared to solvent. So this is decreasing is vapor pressure. This is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, so lowering of vapor pressure. So lowering of vapor pressure means the as initially somewhat having more pressure, and we add the non-volatile solute and decrease that vapor pressure is called lowering of vapor pressure. I hope it is clear. Generally this is P naught A for solution in solvent vapor pressure. According to the Raoult's law, the partial pressure of each component directly proportional to its mole fraction of that's solvent or solute, right? It is discussed earlier in Raoult's law, right? Now here the vapor pressure is decreases due to addition of solute, non-volatile solute, right? Here the solution, solute, solvent vapor pressure. So Pa equal to P naught A into mole fraction of A. So already we know that relation, mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B equal to 1. So here the mole fraction of A equal to 1 minus mole fraction of B, right? So instead of that we can write here, so Pa equal to P naught A into 1 minus XB. So just multiply here, P naught is equal to P naught A minus, this is multiply with 1 P naught A only, then here P naught A into XB, right? So just this is exchange here, this is coming here, this is going there, this is become a positive, this is negative, right? So what is the formula we'll get here? Pa naught into mole fraction B equal to Pa naught minus Pa. So this is called lowering of vapor pressure. This is not a relative lowering of vapor pressure, this is lowering of vapor pressure. So this is, we can send here, so resultant XB equal to, so P naught minus P naught A minus Pa by P naught A. So this is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. This is RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure. The simple definition of relative lowering of vapor pressure, the ratio of lowering vapor pressure by the pure solvent vapor pressure. Pure solvent vapor pressure is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. So this is lowering of vapor pressure and by vapor pressure of pure solvent. So I hope it is clear. This is relative lowering of vapor pressure. And next point here, point number 3 here. So RLVP as per Raoult's law, right, is equal to the mole fraction, right? So here, so relative lowering of vapor pressure P naught minus P naught A minus Pa by P naught A equal to mole fraction of B. What is the mole fraction of B equal to? Mole fraction of B equal to number of moles of solute by total number of moles of solvent plus total of number of moles of solute, right? One component by total number of component in the solution is called that mole fraction. So now we are taking mole fraction of solute. So mole fraction of solute by total number of moles of solute plus solvent. I hope it is clear. So we can write here in this place. So P naught A and minus P naught PA by P naught A equal to, this is we can write number of moles of A by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B, right? So already we discussed, this is the colligative properties of dilute solutions, right? So dilute solution means the solute, the concentration is very less, right? For dilute solution, for dilute solutions, so NB is very less than NA. Number of solute particles are less than number of solute particles of solvent, number of solvent particles. I hope it is clear. So this term we can neglect here, this term, because of very less value. So we can neglect we can neglect this point, right? What is the resultant formula? So P naught A minus PA by P naught A equal to NB by NA, right? It is number of moles of moles of solute. This is number of moles of solvent, right? We know that here number of moles of B equal to, this is small w, number of moles nothing but weight by gram molecular weight. So weight by gram molecular weight, this is gram molecular weight. So here Na equal to the capital W, this is capital W by, so molecular weight capital M, this is we can take better small m, that is nothing but molecular weight only, okay? So we can identify, right? We can write same place here, the P naught A minus PA by P naught A equal to, what is that here, small w by small m divided by capital W by and small capital M. This is we can write here, this is becoming inverse. So PA naught minus PA by P naught A equal to weight by gram molecular weight, molar mass, into molecular weight by weight of solvent. This is called relative lowering of vapor pressure, final formula. So this is called RLVP for dilute solutions. So RLVP for dilute solution. So I hope it is clear. This is regarding information about RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure. Right, next second one is here, elevation boiling point. Of boiling point. First of all, what is the boiling point? Then we'll discuss elevation of boiling point. So here the vapor pressure, the temperature at which vapor pressure becoming equal to atmospheric pressure is known as a boiling point, right? The point number one here, the temperature at which the vapor pressure of liquid become equal to atmospheric pressure, right? That's nothing but 1 atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure is called boiling point. Right, second point here. What is the elevation of boiling point? For example, here we are taking, this is solvent, this vapor pressure here, this is more vapor pressure because of pure solvent it is volatile. So this is P naught A, right? Whenever we can add the here solute, resultant vapor pressure is decreases. So the liquid to vapors conversion is, it is decreases, very less vapors, right? So here by adding solute, the vapor pressure Vp pressure is decreases. So this is vapor pressure of Pa, right? This is pure solvent P naught A. I hope it is clear up to here. Always the vapor pressure of pure solvent is greater than and solution solvent, right? Due to here presence of non-volatile solute. I hope it is clear. For example, here the boiling point is solute. This is the this is solvent. Boiling point is 100 degrees centigrade temperature here, boiling point. But here slightly more than this. At least depends on the concentration of solute, not slightly. If more solute you add, it will require more temperature to boil that solvent. So here nearly we can take 1 mole or 2 moles of solute. So here 110 centigrade temperature required to boil the water, right? But here pure water, this is 100 degrees, it can boil liquid to convert into vapors. Why it is here more temperature required? By adding non-volatile solute, right? So this is the boiling point is increasing by addition of solute, is called elevation of boiling point. I hope it is clear. Here by adding solute, the boiling point is becoming vary. So the boiling point becoming increase. So the region is here, elevation of boiling point, name itself is there. The boiling point is increases. So the region is by adding non-volatile solute. I hope it is clear up to. Let me explain through graph. So this is here, this is the vapor pressure, this is temperature. So here this is at this temperature, for example T naught temperature, some 100 degrees some temperature here. This is solvent. So this is the vapor pressure, this is atmospheric pressure, 1 atm pressure here. After that this pressure it converts into solid to liquid. This is indicate A. So A indicate here solvent, right? Now I am adding the solute, the temperature becoming increases. This is temperature, some temperature 110, some temperature increases. This is indicated T. So now adding the solute plus solvent is there. So this solute plus solvent is called solution 1, right? I hope it is clear. Next one, more solute I am adding. This same solvent, the same solution 1 I am adding. For example here 10 grams I am adding here. Here 20 grams adding. What happened? The boiling point is again increases. This is called solution 2. So whenever we add the solute, increasing, the boiling point also increasing. The amount of solute is increase and the boiling point also increases. So this is called elevation of boiling point. I hope it is clear. Same here, the vapor pressure is having, this is initial vapor pressure is this much P naught, and this here the vapor pressure is here PA1, and here that the vapor pressure here, so P2 here, solution P2. So the vapor pressure is decreases here by adding non-volatile solute, vapor pressure is decreases. I hope it is clear. Next one, third point here, boiling point of solution, that is T, right? T1 or T. This is imagine T1 or this is T2, right? T I am taking is greater than boiling point of solution, boiling point of pure solvent. I hope it is clear. So what is the difference between boiling point, elevation boiling point? Elevation boiling point is delta TB equal to, which is the more boiling point solution. That means here T minus TB, T naught, right? T naught nothing but solution. This is the boiling point of pure solvent. This is boiling point of solution. The difference is called elevation of boiling point. This is called elevation of boiling point. Elevation of boiling point. Right. I hope it is clear. This is, for example, T naught, and here the difference between here to here. What is the difference between here? That is called delta TB. So whatever the solution boiling point minus the initial boiling point. I hope it is clear. Already we discussed in vapor pressure, right? The vapor pressure is directly proportional to temperature. So the change in pressure is directly proportional to temperature, change in temperature, right? At more temperature, more vapor pressure, low temperature, low vapor pressure, right? And next very important point here, as for Raoult's law, the partial vapor pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. From here the relation 1, this is a relation 1, this is a relation 2. We can write here pressure is directly proportional to temperature and the pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction. Also we can write here, so next one here, the relation from 1 to delta TB, right? Delta TB directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. I hope it is clear. The elevation of boiling point is directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. Here we are taking proportionality constant. The proportionality constant delta TB equal to KB into mole fraction of B. I hope it is clear. Here KB equal to proportionality constant. Also KB equal to here, KB equal to RT square, RT naught square by and delta H vaporization, right? So R, the KB equal to RT square by delta H vaporization. So that is proportionality constant. So R is, we know that gas constant. T is, T naught is the initial temperature, nothing but pure solvent, the boiling point of boiling point of pure solvent, right? What is the delta H vaporization? Equal to molar heat of vaporization of liquid, right? And we are seeing in thermodynamics molar heat of vaporization, right? Instead of here this we can write here, instead of here we can write this formula. What is the resultant formula here? Delta TB equal to, right, so RT naught square by delta H vaporization into XB. I hope it is clear, this formula. Next point here, for dilute solutions. For dilute solution, what is it here? Delta TB equal to KB into mole fraction of B. Right, let us discuss mole fraction of B is equal to a number of moles of B by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. So if this is for very dilute solution, so we can calculate the solid concentration here. So XB is equal to NB by NA. So already we know that number of moles of B. So XB equal to here weight by molecular weight, molar mass, right, small m, this is for solute, right. Next here divided by, and here weight by weight of solid by molar mass of solute, solvent, sorry. So we can write this is expression in the place of XB. What is the formula here? Delta TB equal to KB into and small w by small m into here capital M by capital W. So this is for very dilute solution formula, right. Next one, next important point here, the relation between KB and, yes, delta TB, right here. Generally delta TB directly proportional to molality, right, small m. So you are taking constant delta TB equal to KB into molality, right. So delta TB equal to KB into, right, what is the molality formula? So molality equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by the weight of solvent. This is the weight of solvent in grams, weight of solvent in grams, this is the solvent, this is the formula. We can write this formula in this place instead of m here. So weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by your weight grams in solvent, right. So this is the formula. So I hope it is clear. Alright, next important formula here, important point here, right here, the elevation in boiling point observed in 1 molar solution of a non-volatile solute is called molar elevation constant. Elevation constant, nothing but Kb. Also we can write, we can call this is ebullioscopic constant. Ebullioscopic constant. write the mole equal to 1. So here generally formula delta TB equal to KB into molal. Whenever molal 1 molal equal to 1, so delta TB equal to KB. So this is the exact point meaning here. Right, next point, the molal elevation constant, that is KB, the molal constant of a solvent does not change with change in nature of solute. KB does not change with the solvent, very clear here, but change with the nature of solute. Next, one more point here. This elevation of boiling point determined by elevation of boiling point determination by Cottrell method. Right? A simple trick, Cottrell is West Indies bowler, right? So that name we can remember. So we will get what is the method is used to determine the elevation of boiling point. So it is Cottrell method, right? One key point here, the key points here, delta TB directly proportional to the change in lowering of vapor pressure, and next one, it is directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. It is directly proportional to molality. So these are the relations. Next thing, third one here, depression of freezing point. What is the freezing point? We know that. Generally, we taking one water bottle, like we are kept in fridge. After some time, it liquid converted into like ice, right? It become a solid. So the freezing, the liquid converted into solid is called freezing point. I hope it is clear, right? So the first point here, when non-volatile solute is dissolved in solvent, the freezing point decreases. Let me explain through graph, we can understand very clearly. So this is the vapor pressure, this is temperature, right? Here we can take in temperature. This is the solvent freezing point. At this point here, the solvent is freezing here. This is solvent, right? This is taking as a T0 initial. Whenever the solvent, we can add the solute, the solvent we are adding here, solute we are adding, right? The freezing point becoming decreases. This freezing point becoming decreases. So this is, we can take T1, right? So this freezing point here. So this is vapor pressure is P naught vapor pressure, initial vapor pressure also is more, the freezing point also more. At this time, right? At this time, the your freezing point also decreases and vapor pressure also decreases. If you more solute, you can add more solute. For example, you are adding now 10 grams. Now next one 20 grams we can add here. The freezing point becoming here decreases. The vapor pressure also decreases. This is a P2. The temperature, freezing temperature is T2. I hope it is clear. So the graph is coming like this. I hope it is very clear. Whenever solute we can add, the freezing point is decreases. That only we are discussing here. Non-volatile solute is added, dissolved in a solvent, the freezing point is decreases. I hope it is clear. Same from graph relation only here. This is the vapor pressure, this is the temperature, right? Here relation between here temperature and vapor pressure, the first point here, directly proportional. Vapor pressure is first pressure we are taking, directly proportional to delta T, right? Next one, as for Raoult's law, the partial pressure is directly proportional to its mole fraction. So delta TB directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. So we can take here from equation, this is equation 1, this is equation 2, we can take relation from equation 1 and equation 2 here. So here delta TF freezing point is directly proportional to its mole fraction of solute. I hope it is clear, right? So here proportionality constant we are taking, delta TF equal to KF into mole fraction of B, right? KF equal to proportionality constant also we can call here depression constant. Next one, gyroscopic constant, also we can get gyroscopic constant, or depression constant or proportionality constant. Same relation here. So Kf is equal to RT square or not T square by delta HF, right? We can substitute this value here. What is it here? Delta TF equal to RT square by delta HF into mole fraction of B. I hope it is clear. For dilute solutions, delta TF is equal to KF into XB. For dilute solution, already we know that the mole fraction of XB is equal to number of moles of B by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B, right? This is the mole fraction of B. So here we can dilute solution, solute is neglected here. So remaining we can write, here weights is there, small w by capital small w by small m, here capital W by capital M. So substitute this one, we'll get value here, delta TF is equal to KF into, and here what is that, small w by small m into here capital M by capital W. So right, this is the final formula for dilute solution. Right, here one relation is there, molarity and freezing point. The freezing point delta TF directly proportional to molality. Here we are taking constant delta TF is equal to Kf into molality. I hope it is clear. What is the formula of molality? Molality is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by weight capital W, the solvent weight here in grams. This is solvent weight, right? What is the formula here? Final formula. So delta TF is equal to Kf into W by gram molecular weight into 1000 by weight of weight in grams in solvent, right? I hope it is clear, this formula from molarity formula. Next very important point here, depression freezing point, right? Depression of freezing point observed in 1 molar solution of a non-volatile solute is known as Kf, right? Next point here, Kf depends on chemical nature of very important point, nature of solvent. There in elevation boiling point, Kb depends on solute, not solvent, but here the depends on the solvent but not in solute, right? But not solute in the solution. I hope it is clear. Depression in freezing point, depression of freezing point depends on right determination by, right here, determination by rust method. Next one, fourth point here, very important point. The fourth point here, the colligative property Cp is directly proportional to inversely proportional to molar mass of solute, right? But elevation boiling point, right? Boiling point BP, boiling point directly proportional to number of ions, right? And next point here, freezing point, right? Freezing point inversely proportional to number of ions in solute, number of ions present in solute. I hope it is clear. Next fifth point here, delta TF directly proportional to lowering of vapor pressure, and the next point here, directly proportional to mole fraction of B solute. It is directly proportional to molality. It is very important relation. I hope it is clear. Here some differences here, right? Molar depression constant, right? This is the molar depression constant, this is molar the elevation constant here, this is the freezing point, your elevation the constant mole, right? So water having your freezing point The 0.0 we know well known. Here molar elevation constant is 1.86. So more example here. So finally this is the Kb value here. Kb is, this is Kf value, right? So what are the, in problem itself they will give these values, right? So I hope it is clear. And 3 colligative property. Next colligative property we'll discuss in next video. Thank you for watching.